anticipated van tour. Gonna go through the Sprinter behind me. It's probably not gonna be as exciting as everybody's expecting, I guess. For me at least, it seems like I had to rush things. I didn't get to finish them the way I wanted, so I see all the flaws and stuff, but maybe everyone else will think it's cool and worth something worth seeing, I guess. So I'm going to walk you through it. Here we go. The basic of it I'll talk about in a second, but the basics of it I should say. But it is a Sprinter crew van. The reason is I have to work for a living, so I drive around and see my customers and occasionally have to take them to lunch or take coworkers with me on trips, and that's what the second row of seats is for. Yeah, it does suck. It takes up a lot of space and there's really no way around it. So that's kind of life. All right, let's talk about up here. Upper cabinets, just storage space basically. I keep some snack food and things, some other work stuff type. I have two fans, one up here, one you can't see in the back. Usually when it's hot out, I circulate those. So I will have one coming in and the other one going out, and it basically just keeps the airflow going pretty good. Okay, back here we have a storage drawer and the fridge. The fridge is a DC fridge. It can work off AC too, but I don't have it off AC. I have it off DC. It's more efficient that way, and I have to go through my inverter. This I wanted to close off. Oh, excuse the dirty shoes. Kind of got them muddy. So I wanted to kind of close this off at one point, but didn't have time to finish. Someday I probably will find a way to just kind of put a board up that can come up and down. As you can see, this is kind of closet hanging clothes, but in here it's going to be too dark to see, but I do have two batteries. Those are two Group 31 AGM batteries, and then this is my solar input that basically charges those, and then the inverter, which also I would like to get a heavier duty inverter someday and clean up the wiring and make it a little bit more professional looking. 3 drawers here for storage and clothes. I'll show you real quick. These are kind of the keys to the drawers. So all of the drawers are on a magnet system, so they don't open when I'm driving around. This one happens to be here for the lock, so then I can open it. Basically, yeah, just show you here if it'll focus for you. It's a little latch and basically operates off that magnet. So when it's closed, or when the magnet's away, then the drawer cannot open because it's on that little tab right there. So pretty cool. They're not super strong, but they're strong enough. So far I haven't had any issues with them flinging open. Same with that one, and then the cooler's on a drawer slide with a lock. Hi, that's me in the shadow. Anyway, so you get the idea there. The bed doubles as storage space when I'm not using it as the bed, but basically this slides out, and then I can pull the second half of the mattress down, and then it becomes a full queen size bed. I do have a little light for reading light type of thing, and then an outlet, and that's an AC outlet obviously with two USB, if you can see here, yeah, 2 USB things in the middle. So kind of like what you're seeing more and more common in houses, businesses, just because everybody needs a place to charge their devices and everything's USB these days. I did do recessed lighting. Let me turn those off so it doesn't mind you. So kind of did these, 2 of them on each switch. So I have the 2 dimmer switches, and those are, you can operate independently, so I can operate 2 at a time anyway, and choose how much light I want to have in there. I don't have to use those all that often. Not much different with the front. I did install a heater. So this is a diesel heater, and it actually ties into my main diesel tank, and then there's a little exhaust underneath See if you can see that. Yeah, so there's a little exhaust there, and basically, and then there's an intake also under the wheel well. The combustion takes in air from the wheel well and then exhausts it out. It actually pulls air from the footwell up here in the passenger seat and then heats it and then blows it out. So it's just it's keeping the same air inside and reheating it that way. Oh look, it's kind of snowing a little bit. Lovely. Okay, let's go to the back, which is why there's not as much space inside as you would think there is. Actually, let me close the door, it's kind of cold. And I don't want the heater to have to keep working too hard. Anyway, so it's not as big in the inside living area as one might think. And the reason is because I had to focus on some storage space. For me, storage in the back was a priority over living space, especially because it's just me inside. So I wanted to bring along a few things. And it's not as organized as I had hoped, but you get the idea. Basically, I have my KTM, which is an Enduro 690. I ride that both on and off road. It's a dual sport. It does have a plate so that I can take it on the road as well, but can also do all the off-road single track. I have taken on some single track stuff. It is a little heavy for that, but it does the job. And then I've got my old mountain bike. This was from when I was younger. I bought this and haven't really replaced it, mainly because my skills haven't gotten to the point where I need to. But this is a Trek Marlin. I have no idea what all the other specs are, but it's just a hardtail front suspension. Then I have my VMC, little wind coming through, VMC road bike, and then I do have bars on and some air wheels for that, so I can do road cycling. That's what I used for the triathlon. Keep a set of golf clubs in here, although yeah, I had to pull out the driver so everything would fit and the door would close. Anyway, it scared me. Thought I lost it. It's like, missing. Anyway, so that's the golf. Max Tracks. So this is if I get stuck or just have to use them to get it out. I don't have the best tires on the van yet. The plan is to switch those out as soon as I wear them out. Don't worry, that gas tank's empty, so it's not going to spill. This is in with like a pit bull mount system, so it's pretty cool. It just mounts to the axle and to the floor, and then I do tie the this so that it doesn't bang around too much. You will see the bars have hit my little board back there, so I have to come up with this has so far been working great. Since I put this strap on, it does a great job. Okay, storage stuff, tools, camping chair, you get the idea. Okay, in the back, you probably saw it. Everybody that didn't know I have it, you're wondering what it is. That is a paramotor without the cage on it. Cage is on the floor, so basically an ultralight, and that's what the wing is that's up on my bed in a bag. That is for the paramotor. So basically powered paragliding. You don't have to have a hill or mountain, even though there's plenty of them out here. You basically can just go ahead and fly from anywhere. Anywhere that's flat, and conditions have to be right. But that is the garage area, which obviously takes up a lot of space. But for me, it's totally worth it to just have that space. Okay, I'll jump in, get out of the cold and the wind, and maybe talk a little bit about the Sprinter itself. All right, before I talk a little bit, I forgot to point out the Pioneer system, which is, well, the whole system, not Pioneer, but Pioneer head unit. We also replaced the front door speakers, and then also have, not sure how well you can see this. Let me see. Yeah, so speakers, these are 6x9s, Infinities in custom boxes. And there's one under here, and well, you can't see the other one. There's one under, there's two basically under this bench seat, not in the middle, it's shoe storage, but the other, the two sides there. And that is all thanks to JP in Bowling Green freaking awesome friend. He helps me out, hooked me up with basically all of that. He installed the head unit, helped me install the door speakers, built the custom boxes, installed those speakers, and then last but not least, he helped me get this switch right here installed, which is fantastic. Basically, anytime I'm driving down the road, I can flip that up, and it brings up the backup camera out back. So it doesn't matter if I'm in drive, reverse, whatever. It will automatically show up in reverse, but if I'm in drive or whenever, I can flip that up, and no matter what, the camera comes up so I can see what's going on. Super helpful for blind spots. Super helpful in general just to have that ability. So thanks to him. Oh, I'm a huge thank you. You know, he never accepts anything, but he's the best. So all right, let's set you up here and then talk a little bit about the Sprinter itself. Good enough. Okay, so yeah, the Sprinter is a 2017 170-inch wheelbase, distance between the wheels, or the front and the rear axle. And then it is the 4x4 model. That was super important to me because a lot of the places that I knew I wanted to take it, especially out here, but I didn't, well, I guess I shouldn't say I knew that I was going to take it out here, but when I got it, I had an idea that I wasn't going to be in my Indiana area forever. But even there, I needed it for snow and stuff. You don't have to have it, but it's helpful. And then once I got out here, it's been necessary for the snow and for the mountains, forest roads that I go on. Some of them pretty, I mean, I wouldn't say they're intense because it's a 170-inch wheelbase. So let's be realistic. I'm not going on extreme 4x4 trails like Jeep trails or anything like that, but I would say that there have been some climbs and some hills, a little rocky, that I don't think a two-wheel drive unit would have made it on. So it's peace of mind. So it's fantastic, but I do want to swap out the tires. Right now it came with the Vanco 4-season, whatever. They last a long time. They're good for highway use, for a van, delivery type of van. They're not great when it comes to off-road, snow, all that stuff. So I just have a hard time throwing away or even trying to sell these tires before getting new ones. So I'm going to wear them out. I'm at almost 40,000 miles now, at about a year into the van. So you can see I do a lot of miles for work. I expect to do between 40 to 50,000 on average each year. So going with an off-road tire, not the best choice. I'll probably wear them out in a year, but at the same time, I'm going to get good use out of them. I'm going to take them places that other tires aren't going to be able to get me. So that's the gist of it. In terms of, you did see probably there's no kitchen, there's no bathroom. I don't cook in here. I personally am, again, I'm only in it on the weekends. I'm not in it full-time. I take it with me full-time, but during the week, my company's putting me up in hotels and etc. So and they're paying for my meals and everything during the week. So this is just for the weekends and kind of camping getaways. So especially during the summer, I can always cook over a fire outside. But I could even get like a little camping stove or something if I wanted to and throw it somewhere in the back. I just haven't done that yet. So far, I'm making do without a kitchen. Bathroom, yeah, no bathroom. I personally don't want to deal with cleaning that or doing anything with that. So there's nature, and you've got pretty much all over. There's camping areas where you can go to the bathroom. Showers, okay, yeah, good question on showers. I have an Anytime Fitness membership, so if I feel like I need a shower, I can go to any of the Anytime Fitnesses around the country and just go in and jump in and use that. So it works out really well. I've taken advantage of it multiple times now. But again, when you're camping, most people, go a day or two without showering. Sometimes I go a day or two without showering. But always Sunday night or Monday before work. You know, you hit Anytime Fitness and you're good to go. Let's see. Other details. I don't think there's much else to it. The fridge has got plenty of drinks and snacks and food and stuff, so I'm set up for that. The batteries last forever. I do have solar. Oh yeah, I mentioned that I had that solar charge controller down there. Well, there's 300 watts of solar, so 3 100-watt panels. During the day, those typically keep the batteries fine. On top of that, I've hooked up a charger that goes from my vehicle battery to charge up those. So basically, when I'm driving, it also charges up my secondary house batteries, which is pretty convenient. And so far, again, I not had a single issue, never run low. The fridge is always on. The lights can always turn on. I charge my computer, my drone, my everything, cameras, everything gets charged off of these batteries and stuff, and has not been an issue. So eventually they wear out and you got to replace them, but I'm only a year, well, not even a full year of having the 2 batteries. So actually, one of them I have had for a while. I used it in my truck. But that's going to do it for this, guys. Appreciate you watching. If you have questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. I guess like the video and subscribe. It's what everybody on YouTube says to do, so I think it's supposed to help me. I have no idea. I don't really care if you do or not. It'd be nice if you subscribe, and if you like this content, you're going to see a lot more with, again, the toys in the back. So I've got the KTM, the mountain bike, the road bike. Yeah, not a lot of content with the road bike. That's like exercise. Mountain bike should be some fun stuff. The KTM, always fun stuff. I've got another little surprise I haven't really mentioned in the videos. I do have a storage unit for some of the extra stuff that I have, and I store some of my work stuff there. So I do have another toy in the storage unit. And then in the winter, pretty much all of that stuff goes away. You can't really use it in the winter with all the snow. So I switch over to snowboard, and I have a snowboard and stuff. So that's in storage right now. But that's about it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. It should be, well, I have no idea what it'll be, but I'll bring you along with whatever I find to do. This weekend is pretty bad. It's like raining. Right now it's sleet/snowing here, so everywhere. I looked, tried to find a good spot to go for the weekend, and it's just everywhere. It's kind of rainy and cloudy, so kind of laying low this weekend. Had an opportunity to put this together. I'll hopefully edit it and get it published. All right, thanks, guys. See you next time.